Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. Honda has leaned into that emotion with quiet confidence, giving us something that balances old-school attitude with modern engineering. The Honda CMX850 Rebel isn't just another middleweight cruiser, it's a deliberate evolution of the Rebel legacy, now aimed squarely at those who want more grunt, more style, and more substance without losing the easygoing character that made the Rebel a household name in the first place. Fire it up, and the first thing you'll notice is the presence. The 850 doesn't shout for attention, it earns it. There's an understated menace in its silhouette. It sits low, long, and lean, just like a true cruiser should. The proportions are classic but contemporary, with a matte metallic finish that adds a bit of mystery to its aesthetic. You can tell Honda didn't just slap a bigger engine into the 500 and call it a day. This is a purpose-built machine with a new personality. Still a rebel, but one that grew up, hit the gym, and came back with a quiet swagger. At the heart of the 2025 CMX850 Rebel is a new 849cc parallel twin engine, derived from Honda's Africa Twin platform but retuned for cruiser duty. This engine brings a hearty, usable torque curve that peaks early and holds strong through the mid-range. It puts out roughly 76 horsepower and about 72 Nm of torque, which might not sound outrageous on paper, but out on the road it delivers a potent, responsive punch that feels like it was made to power a cruiser. The throttle response is clean, and thanks to ride-by-wire tech, Honda has included selectable ride modes, standard, sport, and rain, which subtly adjust the throttle mapping and traction control intervention to suit your mood or the conditions. Where the Rebel 850 really shines is in the way it handles. For a cruiser, it's nimble, almost deceptively so. The chassis is rigid but not harsh, and the suspension strikes a perfect balance between comfort and control. Honda has used a steel tube frame with a revised geometry that encourages confidence in corners while maintaining the laid-back vibe on straight stretches. It's not going to carve canyons like a sport bike, but for a low-slung cruiser, it turns with a light touch and leans in smoothly. Whether you're navigating urban sprawl or winding through coastal roads, the Rebel 850 always feels composed and predictable. Suspension duties are handled by a set of 43 mm Showa front forks with cartridge damping, paired with dual rear shocks that have adjustable preload. The damping is dialed in to soak up rough patches without getting too floaty, and even over long hauls, the setup feels well thought out. Honda also updated the seat cushioning and rider triangle to allow for a slightly more upright posture without losing that classic cruiser feel. The seat height remains low at just around 27.5 inches, making it accessible to riders of all sizes, and the foot pegs are set in a mid-setter position that balances comfort and control. On the braking front, the 2025 CMX850 Rebel comes equipped with dual 296 mm front discs and a single 240 mm rear disc, with Nissan calipers providing strong and progressive stopping power. Dual-channel ABS is standard, as is Honda's selectable torque control system, which can be toggled off for purists who want to keep things raw. The electronic suite is subtle but meaningful. No gimmicks here, just smart integrations that make the riding experience safer and more versatile without diluting the soul of the bike. The Rebel's styling is, as always, a big part of its appeal. The 850 continues that trend, blending minimalism with muscle in a way that feels effortless. The fenders are chopped, the lighting is all LED, including a slick quad LED headlight cluster that gives the front end a modern edge, and the fuel tank is compact and sculpted, sitting neatly over the engine, with just the right amount of visual weight. Everything about the 850's design communicates purpose. It doesn't try to be flashy, but it's impossible to ignore. The digital display is a single, round TFT unit, bright and easily legible, displaying speed, revs, gear position, fuel level, and ride mode. It's not overcomplicated, just the essentials, delivered cleanly. There's also Bluetooth integration for audio and navigation prompts, handled through Honda's smartphone voice control system when paired with a headset. It's functional, not flashy, and that fits the Rebel's philosophy perfectly. One of the standout elements of the CMX850 Rebel is its customization potential. Honda knows its audience here, and they've leaned into that custom culture with a wide range of factory accessories, from solo racks and saddlebags to fly screens and different handlebar options. You can build this bike out to match your vision, whether that's a stripped-down bobber, a long-distance light tourer, or something in between. It's not just a bike, it's a blank canvas for personality. In terms of performance on the road, the Rebel 850 is one of those bikes that makes you want to take the long way home. It's comfortable enough for long rides thanks to its plush seat and smooth power delivery, but it also has that bit of attitude that makes even a short trip feel like an event. The engine feels alive without being intimidating, and it pulls cleanly through every gear. The 6-speed transmission is slick with positive engagement, and no false neutrals to speak of. And yes, there's a slipper clutch too, which helps smooth out aggressive downshifts and reduces clutch lever effort, something you'll appreciate in stop-and-go traffic or during spirited rides. Fuel economy hovers around 50 mpg, depending on how hard you ride, and with a 3.6-gallon tank, that gives you a solid range of over 180 miles on a full tank. It's practical, it's punchy, and it's more than capable of weekend road trips or daily commutes. Now let's talk about price. The 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel is priced starting at $9.50 USD, which positions it just right in the middleweight cruiser segment. That's competitive against rivals like the Yamaha Bolt R-Spec and the Harley-Davidson Nightster, especially when you factor in Honda's build quality, reliability, and the level of modern tech baked into the platform. It's not the cheapest cruiser out there, but it feels worth every penny, refined, robust, and remarkably rideable right out of the gate. And perhaps that's the Rebel 850's real magic. It doesn't try to be the loudest or the fastest or the most extreme. It just does everything really, really well. It's easy to ride but not boring. It looks tough but isn't trying too hard. It's modern but still respects the lineage of what came before it. This is the kind of bike that grows with you. Beginners will find it approachable thanks to the low seat height and friendly power delivery. Experienced riders will find it rewarding thanks to the torque-rich engine and thoughtful chassis dynamics. And everyone will find it beautiful in a way that's both timeless and fresh. If you were waiting for a Rebel with a bit more muscle, this is it. If you've never considered a Rebel before because you wanted something with more long-distance legs or more street cred, this is the one to check out. The 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel is more than just a step up from the 500. It's a complete reimagining of what a modern midweight cruiser can be, balanced, bold, and unmistakably Honda. It invites you to ride not because you have to, but because you want to. Every time you see it in the garage, every time you hear that exhaust burble, you're reminded why you ride in the first place. This isn't just about specs or tech. It's about that moment when the road opens up in front of you, when the world quiets down except for the hum of your engine and the rhythm of the wind. The Rebel 850 was built for that moment, and it delivers every single time.